Yes, fumble them. The world don't left now we are. Dear, let we try for make Salone go before. We don't want tribalism. We don't want nepotism. The people and we probably don't know it's in a nepotism. That situation where people in the give favor for who they related to or then party them. So the simple way, the way that for defend nepotism, and we all know so when they happen, the country not go before. Instead of you give power to the person who deserve them, you decide for give power to your party or your brother or your cousin or you wife in fambul them. Somebody way close to you and not good at all. Let we give the right person for the job, we deserving of the job. Let we not give the job because we feel say we want give somebody position or because it help we for like we come na power. You get plenty other ways then we go satisfy them people and they for tell them boku thank you and for be grateful for way they help you. Fumble them, we don't come back today Thursday and we know what they mean and for talk about politics and the economy. I know say what could people and can say, oh, me not mix about politics, especially the woman them. But surprisingly though, plenty woman then now, then self don't see the need. Say if they not team up, they not tie then koja proper one, then self and not go good for them because them politicians here, if we not hold them accountable, we now them in the end get for make decision for me and you too, for picking them, for the one they were not born, the generations them yet unborn. So if we not get them right, not only this generation they suffer, the generation the way they come go suffer. So fumble them dear I beg, let we all share this program because now program we before I begin the program, I want for like Boku people are able for joining because I want for make them as interactive as possible. So for the people I know say Boku people don't download the app and they get messages them with Boku people and they say, oh wow, are they hear music them from Salone, are they hear people and they phone from Salone, they give dedication and they contribute to Salone community issues and things like that. So we really glad and I want to say kudos to we CEO when Mr. Mohamed Tayo Tarawali and the manager na Salone when Mr. Mohamed Cecil Kamara and all the people so Yusuf Soa we I understand say now the operations manager the producer and I get Boku title them. And we get Boku other people and we're not gonna name. They are big. I just decide for call them people and they not only because owner way like the DJs them not important. Again, my favorite shows them, but I'm not gonna name them because say way you born twin them. Whether you get one or when your favorite, you just get for keep on your belly, right? The same thing again where you get boku picking them. You the kumbra, you want not for come across as partial, but we all know say no matter what, even with parents themselves, they get them favorite. But again, my favorite shows them. Again, I go encourage you now if I want for for listening to them shows then they we CEO and the manager they work very hard behind the scene for make sure say some of them programs then they wanna begin watch them live. Not to just the app for listen, but una go able watch them live because some people then they feel say where they see the person then go relate a lot easier. But again, una download the app so the code them the barcode or the QR code when they see the blue one now for the one that way they use Android and the beige or yellow now the one the way they use iPhone. So I go encourage you now we know download the app it's now download. And I also notice say Boku people and they watch we from YouTube, but yet do not subscribe. So I go appeal to una for normally una not miss any of we programs them, because where you subscribe and hit the notification bell, uh, you go always get notification immediately we come. Some thinking they, well, not to me program, but some programs they, because of some technical issues or otherwise, then can be a little bit late. So then can want it go nice for like you subscribe to a YouTube channel where na VOS network. So una just go on YouTube and type VOS network. Una go straight to the VOS channel, and I go encourage you to follow una subscribe, because we the Facebook we get about 110,000 followers, but the YouTube we observe say beaucoup people and they watch, but then they subscribe. So we go appeal for let una subscribe to a YouTube channel for like una safely gets the notification, let una not miss any program at all. So for the people where they join, we just joined for tonight. My name na Abdul Karim Kagbo, and I based na Canada, because some people and they ask, "Who's are you based?" Yes, I based na Canada. Not to something we I feel say I hide, and we all know say these days na the internet, they able hide at all. So I based na Canada, and my profession, the thing what they do for a daily living, mean an economist. So now that's more make us so excited for name this show, politics and economics. By the way, in terms of politics, now Salone I do waiting at that time we call government. Now in our political studies, I do government up to Form 6 level, so I know the concepts them very well. And again, I don't brush up a lot where I don't come abroad in terms of politics. I do observe politics around the world very closely. So me not to any professor in terms of politics, but I believe say I know quite a lot in a way for engage in a meaningful conversation. So this program now politics and economics, and we come every Thursday. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so meaning that America and Canada is the East Coast. And if you're in a UK, because the time shifts now happen it. So for right now, I believe say the people in a UK now about 1 o'clock, and the one in a Salone about 12 o'clock. I'm so sorry, but again, as I tell you now, me day job, I get for, try for work hard, for put food na the table for me family. So I get a day job, and VOS need to pay we. So we did do this because of the love for Salone. So let we talk now about waiting dinner the plate for tonight. We fumble them, but good thing don't happen this week, and it's just too much. So I'm not going to cover every bit of the news, but waiting I want for do as una go guess really the thing way I want for talk about mostly now uh, the EU, the European Union election observation mission report on the June 24th election will happen at Salone. So they don't give a report. Initially, they will get preliminary sort of assessment, but this now the final report as they call them. So we'll talk about that report today. But what thing I go do though, because so not to all man don't watch them. For una we don't watch them, it go nice for una watch them back. So we all go able listen. I could just play the first 15 minutes. I will be patient. Watch them for 15 minutes. Wait, then they talk. I for be really glad if I play the term where they do Q&As, because one particular person, a journalist, to be asked a question. Where that question they I believe say una self as aliens them if I bother una, except if you put either your party or your interest before the country. But if you think of the country, the one where they what they refer to now, a journalist way at the paraphrase now, he ask the person way now the head of the mission where be they deliver the where be they hold the conference, the press conference, not being too money. So he asks say if the person knows say it a bet more than how much he go able charm per creo. So but I kind of wonder, say really? for let somebody ask that question there. So to me, it came across like a threat. And every Sierra Leone person for condemn that kind of question there. You they bite more than you can chew. Seriously? So, this they show how much of politicking we journalists themselves don't engage in. For like a journalist publicly ask them kind of question and they, to me, again, I can be wrong, but this is my own personal opinion. Now, a disgrace for let you go threaten somebody like that. You don't ask question like other questions. Them arguably, you go know say okay, this person, this question, the way we ask them, is based on the fact say it is supports this side or something like that. Then they fear enough. But for you for go indirectly make that kind threat they it kind of appalling to me. But again, unfortunately, because of and for in a very lengthy press conference, if we put together the people we ask the question, the Q&A session and stuff, now about 44, 45 minutes, so not a very long one. But the press conference itself, where the lady don't give the presentation, and before he open an hour for questioning about 15 minutes. So I should say we all go watch that 15 minutes day. So after we don't watch I go come back and then talk first before sort of start for talk about particularly the priority recommendations them. I go show una vice president in tweet waiting na in own take on that report day. The president clearly is sort of muted in the sense that like a diplomatic. I go give him kudos for that. But the vice president, specifically, I want for showing tweet and let we analyze the tweet. And after all assessing tweet, whether it in place or not, I will now go through the seven criteria, the seven priority recommendations, them where the head of the EU EOM, so the European Union Election Observations Mission, the head, and also for people who will not know, himself now member of Parliament, the European Union Parliament, now member of that body there, and I believe it's in Swedish. So, but in any case, one thing where I want to make very clear, in my opinion, within I want for how I want for we look at this program tonight. I want we look at as Sierra Leoneans. Remember, then people and I go kind of show now quickly them press release, like that press release where them put out first. Let us show una the number of different countries them we come together as part of this European mission here. We kind of they think say, oh, this is not just one person or not one country, no more, not like Salone. According to the press release where I read, about 26 countries them get representation within the 104 or 6 member team day. So, and again, if you add Canada and Norway, according to the press release, it will be about 28 different countries. So you want to ask yourself, say, but how 28 countries them? They're all, what I will call unanimously, like together. They all say the same thing against Salone. So you want to ask yourself, waiting then go benefit all them country here, waiting then go benefit from saying the wrong thing against Sierra Leone. So now that kind of thing that I want to let consider. And as soon as they consider that, I will go through the top, the priority when I 7 recommendations them. And each recommendation, I go ask the question, their recommendation and the fair recommendation as we they read them. And then I go kind of I open the phone line, and also I will go on the forum for see some of the comments them and display them. Let we able talk about this. Remember that dialogue where some of we hopeful, but unfortunately we not hopeful at all, given that we politicians them, well, fair enough, politicians they're all over the world, they act for be trusted. So because of mistrust on both sides, to me I feel say, and I'm not too hopeful at all, but again, like how they can say, we the pray for the best, and I don't forget how they Siam. We kind of they hope for the best and pray for whatever it is. I forget that expression there. I want for talk and Creole, but in any case. Again, it's nice for be optimistic. I get that, but at the same time, it also nice for be realistic, the realistic part of it. So I go talk about that, and if also time permits, the other thing where I want for draw to an attention as I they go through the steps, then they like then 7 priorities, then they Liberia then just complete their election right now. Then they count, then ballot them, and I go show una something way really shocking in a positive way, where we the fet we serve for something we supposed to be very simple, and me go call am say if for be international best practice. Something where enough for be say, oh, now because of America now they start time or Europe start time, but now something where for benefit the country, where for bring peace, trust, with respect to the process. And I go show now Liberia the wonderful example where, in my opinion, I dey hope and pray that for whatever reason, if the presidency say things they need to go in way for make them stop for do that. But for right now, as we dey talk, similar to how it dey happen in America, Canada, and Europe, where as they tally the numbers them, you they get update na the website, live update. I'm so excited and proud of Liberia. I go show una some of una way probably not get the chance for check the NEC, the National Electoral Commission, their websites where we tell now with the struggle. Liberia they even give breakdown as they count, they tell you the percentage where they don't count. They tell you the breakdown of each candidate, how much they don't get out of that number where they don't count. It's so thrilling for watch. I'm so proud of them. And every African, not to just we within the South African as area, now the West African area, but Africa as a whole, or the Mano River region, Africa as a whole. To me, given what I don't see so far, the display of transparency, I give Liberia 100% so far. I'm so excited. I sure so now they sense that, because we brothers and sisters them where for whatever reason they feel say now way for show loyalty to them party. Therefore we think where I go display Liberia the website. Let we see, and it's so easy for follow. Easy for follow. Me brothers them and sisters them. Let me watch the press conference where the EOM be do about 2 days ago, and let me watch them, and then I will come back immediately after that, like I say. And by the way, another thing, if time permit, that don't mean so I'm not for call. If time permit, I go want for talk about lawyer Mara, where it don't bring a lawsuit, it don't file a suit with the Supreme Court for ask Kone for release the column now on aggregated result by polling station. And I just tell una say Liberia, they no need for go court. You they able to see the breakdown as they count. So why we for go court? On ask una self Sierra Leoneans them. And remember, we all the glady and say Sierra Leone now the anthem of Africa. Now the anthem of Africa. Meaning that Bokuti them. Now Salone start. So how Salone they fall behind now, particularly when camper democracy. And we all know, whether you agree or not, deep down you know say the past election are not democratic at all. I go pause there and like we listen to the conference. By the way, I want to say beaucoup thank you to Share Network. And from them, we get this. And I go show una the let we listening. And I go come right back, me fumble them.
Ladies and gentlemen, estimated members of the press. I am delighted, of course, to be back here in Sierra Leone again, here in Freetown, to present the European Union's election observation mission's final report. As you know, we presented the preliminary report in June when I was here, 2 days after the election day, but the election is a process. So it starts before the elections, during the election day, and after the election days. So it is my honor to present the final report. I will speak about the report very shortly, but first let me express my appreciation to the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation and to the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone for having invited the European Union to observe these elections and for their readiness to continue a fruitful engagement with the European Union. This final report I am presenting today is the most important part of our election observation here in Sierra Leone. This report gives a comprehensive and evidence-based account on the 2023 general elections and offers 21 recommendations aimed at improving the way elections are organized, managed, and conducted in the future. I will speak about the way forward very shortly. But before that, I will give a brief account on the mission's work here in Sierra Leone. Our team arrived in Freetown in mid-May. By the end of May, we already had our long-term observers deployed to all 16 districts of Sierra Leone, where they observed the work of the election management bodies and election preparations. Our observers also observed numerous rallies and met with candidates across the political spectrum. They also engaged with citizen observers, human rights and democracy activists, as well as with journalists. Our dedicated teams of media and social media monitoring were observing how the campaign unfolded in the traditional media and online. So both online and offline. On election day, more than 100 observers went to polling station in all 16 districts of Sierra Leone to observe the opening, voting and counting of the ballots. So 100 EU observers. After the closing of the polls, our observers were present at all tally centers following the tabulation of results. Our analysts were at the National Tally Center when the final results were announced. To sum it all up, in line with the well-established EU methodology, we were on the ground since the start of the campaign. Our observers were present during each and every step of those elections, gathering a wealth of information in the process. These knowledge, analyses, and first-hand observations are the basis of our final report. I know you all are eager to hear our overarching assessment of this process. First, I would like to stress that these 2023 general elections underscored a clear commitment among the Sierra Leonean people to the democratic processes. Citizens in large numbers actively participated in the electoral process before and during the election day with dedication, with patience, and resolve to exercise their democratic right. On election day, voters patiently waited to cast their ballots. Dedicated poll workers strived to ensure a smooth voting. Citizen observers were at all polling centers, and journalists provided regular reports. This was a very strong and encouraging sign. However, there were also issues that we, as a friend of Sierra Leone, observed and are imperative to address. Firstly, political violence shrank the space of political participation. This was observed by the EU Election Observation Mission in at least 6 districts. We also saw disproportionate use of force by security agencies on several occasions. And here I want to stress, violence has no place in elections, neither here in Sierra Leone nor anywhere else on the globe. Also, I want to speak about the tabulation of results that proved to be a key issue, a tipping point. The ECSL did not ensure transparency at this very crucial stage of the process. Our observers, as well as citizen observer at the Tally Center, could not conduct a meaningful observation of the tabulation of results. Despite repeated calls from observers, the ECSL did not publish the disaggregated result data. Lack of transparency and limitation on independent scrutiny leaves space for doubt and stains an election. This takes me to the most important part of our final report, the recommendations. The elections highlighted an urgent need for reforms to enhance transparency and inclusion. To build overall trust in future electoral processes, and we as observers and friends of Sierra Leone have identified 7 priority areas where result steps are necessary to uphold regional and international standards for democratic elections and to help democracy strive. In total, there are 21 recommendations, but we found 7 priority areas. Our first 3 priority recommendations advocate for an enhanced transparency in the conduct of elections. The first step would be the publication of the final voter registry per polling station. Our second recommendation calls for publishing detailed procedure for the tabulation and establishing a robust and transparent results processing system. Our third recommendation encourages publication of comprehensive results data per polling stations online. Those recommendations are key trust-building measures. The next 3 recommendations are to fight impunity and to promote the rule of law. Namely, we recommend ensuring safety and security of all candidates and to promptly hold perpetrators of violence accountable. We also call for an enforcement of restrictions on use of various state resources for political gain and for ensuring transparency and accountability in campaign finances. The 7th priority recommendation is about genuinely protecting freedom of expression online and offline by removing ambiguous definitions related to the cyber crimes. Those are the priority areas we have identified, but let me speak about some other points, very important observations that we have made. First, we saw positive steps and encouraging legal reform aiming to promote women participation in political life. I want to stress that those are very important reforms. Following these elections, 30% of elected members of parliament are women. However, while the ECSL set up a system to ensure that the new rules to promote women political participation, political parties made efforts to circumvent it. Hence, I encourage political parties to make a reinforced commitment for greater gender parity, which will further enhance women's participation in public and political life. Another positive takeaway from the 2023 elections was the first ever national fact-checking initiative, I Verify. It was set up to equip voters with the reliable information and to safeguard the truth. Today, when disinformation and misinformation campaigns more and more often aim to distort reality, it's time to join forces and develop inclusive media and digital literacy programs. And here I'm not only encouraging civil society and media, but also on political actors and state institutions, as well as global tech platforms to tackle disinformation and misinformation. It is important to continue working together for a better informed society. Now, a few words about the importance of an independent, non-partisan scrutiny of elections. During these 2023 elections, civil society organizations played a crucial role. They engaged in voter education. Activities all across the country. They scrutinized various aspects of elections, and their timely reports offered voter reliability and non-partisan assessment of the process. Citizen Observer also conducted a credible parallel vote tabulation and voiced concerns. It proved the maturity and the resolve of Sierra Leone's civil society. Let me stress that it is essential for any democracy all across the globe that fact-based criticism is taken with respect and in good faith. Intimidation, punctuated by disinformation, has no place in a country whose leadership values freedom for expression and respects human rights. Now, after the elections, it is encouraging to see the establishment of a National Election Systems Review Committee. This could be the first step towards a comprehensive review of legal and operational aspects of elections. However, I would like to stress that the committee's success will hinge on its ability to bring together stakeholders representing all political and civil society spectra, on its ability to create the space of inclusion, trust, constructive dialogue and consensus to bring about the adequate electoral reforms. I welcome that this committee aims to take into account the recommendations of electoral observers. I sincerely believe that the recommendations of our electoral observation mission can be a useful contribution to this important process. Let us all keep in mind that citizen observers and civil society organizations played a pivotal role in these elections. They monitored different aspects and stages of the process and offered voters a non-partisan assessment of elections. And now, looking forward, their engagement in the electoral reform process will be paramount. I sincerely hope that reform proposals, including those made by the review committee, will be the fruit of an inclusive, open and plural dialogue. Our task in Sierra Leone as election observation mission is now completed, and the process ahead is in your hands. We have handed over our report to the ECSL and other electoral stakeholders, while the EU delegation will follow up with interlocutors in relation to what comes next. Let me conclude by stressing that it remains crucial to further foster democratic processes with a strong political will of all stakeholders in the society, to promote inclusion and transparency, and most importantly, to build public confidence. As a friend and an ally to Sierra Leone, the EU stands ready to support Sierra Leonean stakeholders and people in those efforts and in the implementation of these recommendations. It was a privilege to lead this mission, and I would like to thank all Sierra Leonean people and stakeholders from across the political spectrum and from all walks of life for your professional cooperation and for their readiness to share your thoughts with this mission. Thank you very much.
Okay, Fambulem, I decide not for sure because, like I say, a very lengthy conference, and decide for just Kotamia, Usai, it don't say all this. So again, before we talk about the 7 priority areas, then the first thing first, let us show una the press release will then be put out. We give a better understanding of the structure of this group. Let we all see how diverse possibly the group is. And I will just quickly read through them. Say today the European Election Observation Mission to Sierra Leone published its final report on the 24th June general elections. The report is based on a 2-month-long nationwide election observation and contains detailed analysis of the entire process. Chief Observer Ivan Insier, member of the European Parliament, noted, and this now something we end up with, we don't talk about. But the side way I want to draw to una attention, me fumble them, now this particular area, let we see the composition of this team, me fumble them. So that way we go able for better access, because some people and they talk about the impartial and stuff like that. But let we just see the composition. Yeah. On a patient with me. Again, if anybody will want this press release, it did not a website where you now they get them. So this last part, the last paragraph, say the EU EOM, which is the European Union Elections Observation Mission, was deployed in response to an invitation by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of Sierra Leone and by the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. So meaning that the Foreign Affairs and ECSL now then jointly invite them. The mission was present in the country from May 11th May to 13th July 2023, and at full strength comprised, this na decide what alone take note, comprised 104 observers from 26 EU member states, so 26 countries of the European Union, as well as from partner countries, Canada and Norway. Una highlight that point there. So if you add Canada and Norway, meaning 28 countries, then send the representatives them from 28 different countries them. Observers were deployed to all 16 districts of Sierra Leone. So again, some people and they say, oh well, this is not just 104 people them, and we get about over 11,000 polling stations. Me fumble them. Again, una we sabi small we sabi small statistics. We know say if then deploy them in a proper way, then people and they then sufficient enough for give a holistic view of the atmosphere. They don't need for get representation at every polling station. So I want to let people realize that. So nowhere, not the way did they say then send observation, not to just Salone, then send observation mission or observers them, then get observers them way equal to the number of polling stations. It not ever happen. So why Salone now we feel say them people here they for spend so much money for bring come over 11,000 people in a Salone able? Why not go be realistic? and we look in the past in 2018 where President Biosef accept and in fact, as a matter of fact, again I want this program today, let we all address them as good Sierra Leoneans them, patriotic Sierra Leoneans them, because this same observer mission then come 2018, then give recommendations. And if when I read the report, now lengthy report, but if when I read them, they even make reference on areas them where they be recommend and where the country don't do. And areas them where they be recommend, but still the country not able to do their recommendations then they it. So not to just this election they start for do this, me famble. So again, out of 28 countries, them members them from 28 countries, why all the people and they all for unite and say we go make this government of SLPP go down. And I think though, and again, as some of because various media established that they will be follow the 2018 election very closely. By the way, for people them way they feel say now because Mother win make VOS establish. No, VOS we established VOS in 2017 and the election of 2018. So VOS been on in existence. So we will follow 2018 elections very closely. And as a matter of fact, we all know, say, let me make this disclaimer, okay? I don't ever doubt, say, President Bill be win the 2018 election. I don't ever doubt that. So again, now Dr. Samura Kamara, young fundamental human right for believe what you want believe. But that claim the way they claim say be win the 2018 election, in my opinion, a bogus claim. And guess what? Una be member, some of una will be they follow the 2018 election, the observer mission, the Dr. Samura Kamara at that time, he even accused the election, the foreign observers them. He said that then give President Bill the election. Now then give President Bill the power. And he even accused, say, because of at that time John Mahama, where now the former president of Ghana, now him be lead the that mission, I believe the ECOWAS mission or the AU, but the African mission or observers them. So they accuse that man. They say now friend with President Bill, now President Bill, at that time now be candidate Bill, saying in friend, they're very close. So because of that friendship, John Mahama influenced the other observers them for let them do things in President Bill in favor. So if at that time, the same process, similar process, and in fact, people that we go remember the foreign observers them be more aggressive than during this election. But yet President Bill, because of Nabi the beneficiary, all was good. Now APC be the cry. So now President Bill, the government they cry. So you see why as Sierra Leoneans them, if we not address their recommendations here, let me put a stop to this kind thing where they see so, where they push the country go behind. Not only one party they suffer, now the country. Because guess what? If SLPP go come on a power. So una want tell me say if because again I don't know the possibility very remote for like it not be APC after SLPP because we not see any formidable third force yet. So una want tell me say if APC come na power and then instead of they use international standard for conduct election for strengthening with democracy, then go back and say oh ECSLB do this under SLPP. Now that we want for we country. So you see why we need for pay particular attention, both SLPP and APC followers, because this not the country in prosperity they at stake. So before I talk too much and show una extends, let we go through the 7 priority topics them. I want for share the phone numbers them because again I can always like my program for be as interactive as possible because I want to hear from una. So if you want for call, you in North America, my brother or sister, so the number not toll free, you don't get for pay anything. So if you in US, Canada, Mexico, and Puerto Rico, you can call toll free 1-866-944-7722. 1-866-944-7722. If you then are UK, the local number where you they call will not go cost you anything according to a provider. Now +442080891455 +442080891455. If you then are Australia, you want for call, and if you did, especially that Sydney area, when a local call for you, it will be +6129098437 +6129098437. If you dare any part of the world apart from them place here we just call, so we get what we call the one port number, and this one port number on a WhatsApp, and you can able reach we via WhatsApp, and you just need for call 1-343-997-5828 1-343-997-5828. And I know say Salone, some people and they listen, but this not the radio app. If you want to forget we live, you go check the radio app. But again, you can able call we. I know say I just missed somebody in call. Yeah, call back me fumble. I know say you be call, but I missed the call where I be looking at the screen. So call we back. So if you they listen to the and at the app, you go just tune in. But again, we get a radio, but the radio now they cover this now because we still they work on some logistics. So again, we get VOS radio station at Freetown, and that station they in FM 91.9. So me fumble them, the phone lines they're open. I miss a call, but they are call back, and I go more than happy for take your call. I go pause anytime I they talk for take calls them, because again, I always take una as priority, because if una no watch this program no go succeed. VOS not for be reached outside or reach, so if una not be able to support either through una comment, and again, some people again we get people we really I want to say boku thank you too. We believe in VOS, and I don't day with VOS from I go say the inception, from where VOS begin. They say, oh, well, Mr. Cargo, no, waste your time. People way want for deal the process and stuff. But I want for, again, I don't make this case, but I want for make the case. Again, we get a call. Let we just take this call and I go come right back. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say you call me from, please?
From currently South Korea.
All right, my brother from South Korea. Thank you very much for we call. And I know say I just play the conference, but what do you take on the program tonight, sir? Go ahead, please.
Well, you see, for me, that conference, these people, the Western world, they are so civilized that no matter what they see or what they think, anything where you they do, there is the law, and then there is the spirit of the law. So all these recommendations, I'm not against recommendations, it's fine, because there is no system that is perfect. It's always good to review system and update them. Stephen in time.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yeah, my
it's,
brother,
it's not
sorry for the interruption. You timed on done. Yeah, call me back. Yeah, please.
okay. All
Sorry about that. And fumble them because of it happens say Boku people and I'd expect the call volume for be very high today because of the program, the title. So there way you hear the buzz are go on off twice and I for call back. And again I don't want for the one people and because it will come, so when I know say not to African thing, right? For cut people them off, but at the same time, Lord be mindful also for the other people and we go in at the line. And the WhatsApp now, when I know say WhatsApp now, then they accept call waiting. So a nice for like we it don't go once and then give few seconds that the technical person go buzz them twice and then Diana for just stop and call me back. So I want to say thank you to that we brought that day. And I know say use strong words them. Let we go slow in terms of the way how we they assess. And some people then go say, well, adjective and other cause or something like that. But when I know say we Africans them, we can be sensitive. And now we foresee the Northerners then are cowards and stuff. I know say you talk in a way that for make a point. But let we take a call. Um, VS Network. Okay. VS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting your name and also the call from, please.
back.
Thank you so much, Brother Ahmed. Go ahead,
Yeah.
please. Where the
Yes. Yeah.
buzz for wrap up, yeah? Thank you,
No,
sir.
no problem. No problem. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. The poor. Yeah. I just want to say thanks once more again. It's not new actually. Um, it's not new because all the analysis and waiting all will be the talk and since day one is obviously of the same thing actually because all of these things and people like when I'm already you know foreseeing all of these things and I don't make a series of analysis as to how the election goes and what you would expect and how the situation in the country now like you can always say you see this is not about Madabiu or Samura Kamara or any political party. We all forget concern as meaningful Sierra because what did they happen? We get forget a clean way like the system, if not 100%. But we could not go into this kind of thing because the report actually tells Salonians that we be ashamed of ourselves actually. When we look at that kind of reports there, they talk about the results will not be credible and look at the institutions there because the report measure almost all of the institutions, all of the stakeholders there. Because when we say I look at this report holistically, now shame to we. It's like we're not able to manage your affairs. So imagine a foreign group of people, they monitor, then they help these our donors, then they take for analyze what actually for we don't do as people. So how about that? Why we people always with the PhD, they look at this for more hold with integrity. Look, compared to when I follow Liberia election yesterday to today, look how it goes smoothly. Look at the campaign history. Everybody get time. We just wait and see exactly and how they know the election get for end. But not shame to you, then they are ahead of them. So when we get few people and greedy people, they want for all power and they will get with young brothers. They they enjoy, they benefit, but just in the name of say, me na South Akomo or me na North Akomo. Just that some people and just to become happy for saying I'm a tribe man na power. I'm official for the look into that now at this point in time, looking at this 21st century today. People get for cuts across. Look at the country that we so we work with different people, the Chinese people, these people from Brazil and everywhere, but they accommodate everybody. The system allowing that. So what about we now, small nation? So when it is wrong, we say it's wrong. so that we get the correct thing to be done. Now this will be done, they talk all along. Anyway, it's like you just continue to do what they do. They do a very good work. I know some people will say this, but again, everybody, you destiny, and you whatever you say is you're gonna judge yourself. You now with God that we serve. So if you say you dodgy, you want to support somebody, it's up to you. But by the look of things, some of what we follow, we know say some of them not just try to analyze the right thing so that the good thing done. Because if we allow this thing again for continue like this, who knows tomorrow what will happen? You see, so we get for set a good precedent so that we move we not just get for move like that. Like all this journalism, like you said, the journalist you mentioned when they asked that question, I was shocked actually by that kind of question. Imagine that these people, you don't even put your integrity behind as a journalist. You call yourself. These are the people that will know for encouraging our system. But we clean the system. It's not too difficult. We just therefore take to minds of good people for clean them. Thank you very much, Mr. Gago. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, Brother Ahmed. Thank you very much. And again, sorry, I think we get small technical issue that the first call on us say the sound nobody come through. I'll be there yam, but una no be there yam. But my bad. So now what thing I want to do though, before I go through the assessment of the priority areas them, the 7 priority areas them, let us show una Dr. Julde Jallo, the vice president, within na yon assessment. So like una again from that assessment day, I go sort of now go through line by line the 7 priorities them we them put as a recommendation. So the Salone elections and Salone politics go be better. Because to me, most of the issues them now Africa in general, and they come up from politics, from the election time. Now most of the problems then they come up. But again, if you don't tell una say una na priority, I go take this one call, and before I go back to the Ashona Julde, Vice President Julde Jallo in tweet. VS Network. Hello caller, waiting on your name and who say they call me from, please.
Yeah, Mr. Cargo, thank you so much. I call from Virginia, United States.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, my brother. Go ahead, please. What you take on the program? I know the program just starts, but let know what you take. Go ahead, please.
I want to take the thank you back from what you say. Now, me for say thank you to you first.
Now, listen, teamwork. Let me share them. How about that?
Yeah, that's okay. I appreciate. Mr. Cargo, this waiting at the thing, we're so blessed for getting a kind with the neutral for help that country there. Where would they oversee so? Are they always talk and say, now we don't spoil Salone. What I mean by that? So the kind of knowledge where we don't get now, then country there. So if I will go establish them, but the people who matter be count at the government where they oversee, where they forgot change that country they now the same people is spoil the country. But notwithstanding, we get man like you where they stand so firm, so truthful towards that country in development one. But this man, I'm your take. Then country out there so the benefits so today now people and they will be suffer and then go extreme for let them make sure say we can benefit. Anything we go for do where you do so right now and when our team do and some other credible TV station or the watching and then consider so we go for take a baby step because anything if we not take a baby step at the end of the day it's bad. Waiting matter be you do so we need for put a stop to them. For you right now and for we right now we go to the eat and we pick and go to the eat. But let's think about the future. We get for stand firm. This election, like how you don't analyze them, not to one country become for let go observe that in the day for let go team up for them they make this kind of decision they make. So we all know say the election not free and fair. And what we get supposed to do, we need for make sure so we'll fight so hard, we'll put a stop. Because if you look at them, there are some people they look and say, APC we don't do this, APC we don't do, APC we don't do this. Fine. So when I say backward return, so APC going back, they do the same thing. When we we'll move forward from this stage, so for this. So This recommendation a very good step. A very good step for let we all sit down and pull politics and pull tribal business and pull the and say this are me Mende border or this are me Timini border or this are me region or whatever. Or for pull them and push, like I wanna say the push. We all get politics that will mind them for say, okay, me na IPC, yes. But say the truth, say what me party to do so is wrong. And this is the right thing, this is the right thing, this is the right thing. But still, I not be party, and we'll try for fix them up. We need for come together as a team. Love me, you two, look Salone as a one country. We not for look as a APC or SAPP. Because we need the country for develop, my brother. We get for fight, we get for take the step. I'll make one example today in our other forum. We see we can then continue also. And one step we take for let we go into education and push education and continue. If we not take the baby step now for democracy, because ultimately look at a democracy now the will of the people. Now that made them form am. And if the people are willing for you, then choose you. Now the people that are willing, and it will be very successful for like the country. And the one that we know vote for yourself. Now you right for prove them wrong. Say if I be vote for me, I don't do more greater than this. You change the people and view, and you go get freedom for moving inside. But if the people not vote for you, you prefer for the day. You don't think that this one day will go for die. No matter what it happen, matter be is 50 something. At the end of the day, I must say for enjoy. And we die tomorrow. We then go ask him, say if you don't ever enjoy your life, we put in a hell. Because I don't ever enjoy my lifetime. Why for take this world so precious than the day of Yam? Trust me, it died today.
Thank you
So the
so
people
much
don't do
for
so.
that.
It go doubt if you don't enjoy this world. It go talk say I don't be enjoying this world at all. So let me think
All
about
right.
the future ethic of people. And I want
Yeah,
to tell you, thank you again for this opportunity. Give me, I really appreciate. Sorry for any mistake I do and everything I say, my brother. Thank you.
that's okay. That's okay. Not just that last part where you say next wall. Thank you. God bless. We brought along now with next world though. So it means we great picking them now the same thing. That's that music where Emma sing be sing where he say we papa them, then don't they say how for do we grandpa the how for do we not for say how for do. We educated enough, we expose enough, and again now different air where we know the reality of things. We people them maybe the level of education back then go brainwash them and then we see the leaders them as like semi-god. But we not for do that. We for no say clearly now we did the work for. We not the boss. Now we in the end they renew them paycheck and say, okay, well, yes, you do 5 years very well, and we'll give you another 5 years and stuff like that. Now make for team up because we don't want no other means for let Sierra Leoneans then speak to any other form of if they want change government, let them do it through the ballot box. President Biosef preached that. But if they not allow that process there for take place, then waiting next. But like I read, again, I go hold off the call. I not say we get callers then, but I just want for make the case, let unable understand the position. And like I say, I be appeal to now all as Sierra Leoneans them. Say let we all come together as Sierra Leoneans them, as loyal or patriotic Sierra Leoneans them. Yes, now not right for belong, but however, I want this particular program tonight, let we look at from a Salone perspective. So let us slowly read the vice president in tweet. So this morning, I received the EU Election Observation Mission's final report on the Sierra Leone general elections 2023. I shared with the chief observer and our team my initial thoughts on the report. In my view, the report is skewed more towards a political understanding. When I underline this word, it say the report is skewed more towards a political understanding of the elections rather than a technical understanding. The expectation of this report is for it to be technically sound in order to help improve future elections through identifying key institutional, legal, and operational lapses. On I get this clear, political understanding versus technical understanding. I want to pause here for a moment, me fumble them. Again, I know, and I make plenty time then can say we get different means of communication. This na political election. So how do not forget political understanding for make proper assessment? So which one are the technical versus political? I'm able to understand at all. Now, assessment of the political landscape, and that's make them come before the election period. So they get for observe, we get two players, the main players. If they not assess how the current political landscape they, let's say the ruling party, how much the people they kind of claim say they don't is like they don't sort of take over the institutions then. So if that's not the case, why do not able get a political understanding of that particular landscape there? Like for example, one of the things that we then highlight, say why the president for appoint the ECSL. That by itself na conflict of interest. Right there. They appoint the ECSL. Why not the president for appointer? And that president, now this person get for organize election where the president get interest in. So for able to understand the political landscape, for able know the difference, Mr. Jules de Jallo. And then you say for be technical understanding. What do you mean by technical understanding? You see, then kind of colorful words here can kind of confuse the layman, the person who no go better school and whatnot. Not political election. Not election for say for school board, where you want for the next person for rule the school or something like that. It's a political elections. So how you go observe if you don't understand the political landscape, Mr. Jallo? Hey, Bo. All right, let me continue further and sort of read. Say the okay, I don't sort of talk about that. So it say for identify key institutional, legal, and operational lapses. So the politics, the executive, the legislature, the judiciary, not all institutions, then they one and they. The executive, not a political institution that one day. The legislature, not a political institution that one day. So they're not for able to understand how they operate. Anyway, let me continue for it. Again, this with due respect, I kind of analyze this, but I just want to point to some of the issues that we see by this tweet. And now I continue for say, after it don't say the expectation of this report is for it to be technically sound in order to help improve future elections through identifying key institutional, legal, and operational lapses. However, it is filled with normative assertions and very limited electoral analysis. I go afterward or read this. I go through the key priorities, then the 7 priorities. Then let una tell me which one not supposed for day. A kind of reference one. I go reach to that. So it continue for say the myriad of inconsistencies and lack of clear evidence risk undermining the quality of the report. How do you interpret assertions such as divisive online communication created insecurity for rural voters? How do you explain the technical value of the report when 4 out of the 7 priority recommendations are political in nature? Say 4 out of 7 priority recommendations are political in nature. So it continue for say, So, with my previous experience and knowledge in the organization of elections in Africa and Europe, I have had the opportunity to work closely with several institutions, including the EU. I believe that EU election observation missions can do better, particularly in producing high quality reports that are rooted in sound technical and analytical understanding of elections. We thank the EU election observation mission for their efforts, and I look forward to continuing our engagement with the European Union to strengthen the electoral system in Sierra Leone. So it continue for the insist about the difference, say it gets a lot more of a political undertone. Given the fact, say, a political election. So I don't know who's Tony forget. So the technical means if for be how for set up the spreadsheet, now that kind technical thing they talk about, and they not talk about how the election was conducted, how the current administration try for influence the outcome. So then they na no go area, Mr. Vice President, according to you. So I no say call standing at the queue, but let I just go through the 7 priority areas them. Let we see. It say 4 out of the 7 get a political undertone. So let I just show una me fumble them. Then let we just take a look at the 7 priority areas them. And we will go through them one by one. And let we able to assess whether or not Mr. Vice President get them right. So again, I just take the 7 priority areas. Overall, and this for una way they see now. This now just basically that part I want to we emphasize because I don't want to take the entire program for deliberate on things then, the entire report. Overall, the 2023 general elections underscored a clear commitment among Sierra Leoneans to the democratic processes, while also proving an urgent need for further reforms focusing on transparency, trust building, and inclusion. The EUEOM is offering 21 recommendations for improving the way elections are organized, managed, and conducted, and for upholding regional and international commitment. There are 7 priority recommendations. So now that's why I want to let we talk about me fumble them. So number 1, publish the final voter registration per polling station and per polling center in a timely manner and allow voters to verify and correct all their detail. Number 1, that's the number 1 priority. So me fumble them. Let me take them step by step. This number 1 priority for publish the final voter registration by polling station and by polling center in a timely way. And then they una member, some of una will be they follow because I know say Salone for whatever reason, some people and they because of maybe they support one particular party or whatever it is or another party, then go deliberately say they're not member. Una member even Kone talk about say a name go for on a different place where in our register. Last minute. So waiting that they say now, yeah, publish that voter register day in a timely way where if mistake happen, una go able correct them on time. So it not go affect the election. The election not go be all over the place. Somebody say, oh, I go vote, my name not day. So you deprive the person from voting. Any political biasness there, according to we Vice President Jules Jallo. So this number 1 recommendation, priority recommendation, it gets any political undertone. Is say SLPP, APC? Rather, not direct them at ECSL. No matter under whose party ECSL they operate. This now something where if we then do, it go able help almost everybody, unless you know how for go vote. But everybody, if they don't get enough time for verify, say me name they me name they at the right center and all that, voters that don't able for I verify the information them and not go differentiate any Sierra Union. So whose political understanding they under? So that's not the number one. Me fumble them. Let me go to the number two priority. The number two priority, the ECSL to establish and publish detailed procedures for the tabulation and announcement of results, as well as put in place a robust, transparent, and easily verifiable result processing system well ahead of elections. So meaning that before you come for tabulate the result, waiting wrong, waiting political for let ECSL tell all the party people and say, now there's steps here we they take, and at this way we get for this approach we get for take for publish the result and for tally the result. Let people know ahead of time before even the election happen. Waiting political about that, Mr. Jallo. The number two recommendation, waiting political about that. Say, let them tell the people and the stakeholders, particularly how they get for conduct the tabulation, how they get for count, waiting they get for do, publishing on the website and all that thing and they. And as a matter of fact, now don't they affect Nigeria and up till now? Because they say ahead of time, even the presidential election, as then they count, then go they give updates na the website. And what's happen? Time for do that now, then say the server they don't. But for the legislature, where na parliament, senate, and the other elections them, no, server no get problem. But when it come for count the presidential, then say server get problem. And then do a manually, gather everything, and then the neck, INEC, go and announce. So then breach that commitment day without even coming back to the people and tell them, say, before the time where they experience that server issue, furnish them with that day and give them proof, say, yes, this is not the server, and make sure, say, every party, an agent or representation, representative did it. Where then they go able for strengthening trust and credible election results. So waiting political about number 1 and 2. Let me go to number 3. By the way, me fumble them. I be tell una say, I go show una Liberia, given that this number 2 talk about the tabulation of result and all that stuff then they. Last show now again, so I'll get a brother where they watch. He say they watch from Liberia. He tell Tenki, let me recognize Liberia. Me fumble them. Last show una Liberia the website right now as we they speak as I talk to una. The NEC, the National Electoral Commission website. Let us show una and let una see Liberia. We now just we neighbors them, their website. I try for pull that now. When I see the website, Republic of Liberia National Elections Commission 2023 elections results portal. We fumble them. So right now, as they count, they don't get nationwide. 6.66% of the total vote that all receive, and that they mean 392 polling places them out of 5,890 where they expect. Let's show una the beauty of this. Let's scroll. Una they see the breakdown by the candidates them. So for right now, based on that 6.66% where they don't count so far, Bokai Joseph, it will lead. It get 46.27%. George Weah, where now the current president, it get out of the 6.66%, it get 39.6%. And then the third man get 3.59%. The fourth man get 2.26%. Me fumble them. Look at this. And let us shock una the map una they see. The map now by waiting and call county. If you put your cursor around the particular county, it will show you the breakdown. Amos, they don't count now that county there, and the breakdown among the leaders then. Look, I just put Lofa County. Lofa County, they don't count 5.9% of the total vote. And now they're at 25 out of 427 polling places. And look at the presidential breakdown. Still, Bokai the lead, 49.36%. George Weah, 27.79%. Let me go to another county. So this county, when Bapolu, again, I'm sorry if I pronounce that wrongly, they don't do counting. For right now, they don't count 29.85% of the total vote in that particular county there. What do it mean? It means say now 40 polling place them out of total of 134 polling place them. So if I go back now another side, this side where na Grand Cape Mount do not count nothing it. So this one where na Bomi County 19.3%. Buckeye still the lead. So una tell me, let us show una the thing where remember this then they per count and Nino to Liberian. And for the fact say are able get access, if they go on the website. This not a sufficient reason for minimize tension. For also minimize this, now that they recommend transparency, Miss Salone brothers and sisters. Waiting political about that. Why Salone not for be able to do this? Why? And let us show una by further breakdown polling centers them where we call polling station. So if you scroll down like this particular county, if you scroll down. You see, Usa is say click here for detail. Let me click there because I don't do all this, but let us show now live. When you click there, me fumble them. When I see what thing come up, so out of the breakdown for that particular thing, look the breakdown. So you see, and if you go up. And then you get sideways, you they also click where they take you to the particular breakdown of by polling station. This is awesome. Again, Salone. Look, where you put your cursor around, and they show exactly Amos. Now let me click on Nimba. So Nimba County. Well, click there, and then you see what thing come up. So 9.24%, and if you scroll down, look, you will see by district. Let unable understand better. Let me click on District 1. So District 1 of that particular county, you will still see the breakdown. Okay, let's pause here. I'm so excited. Liberia. Where Salone supposed for show good example. The Allah will take calls them. I'm so excited for we brothers and sisters in Liberia. Let me take a call. VS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say they call you from, please?
Mr. Karbonami called before. As he said, like the word I used, maybe they were strong in this, and I'm very sorry for that. But
Yes, please.
in the passion of trying to present, how I see the situation and what I know, I may have used those words. It's with no disrespect anyway.
Yeah,
But
I know that.
I realize. Yes, I understand, but I realized it was not. I think there was a technical problem because it was not even. And
Yes,
but
yes,
what I was
yes, I know.
saying is,
Yes.
what I was saying is, these people in power, they are not interested in procedures and following laws. So right now, it is in our face that it is so blatant, not even like an insult. This is an insult. So all of you, me, Sierra Leone, now should stand up against what is right before we begin talking about now laws, because these are violators of laws. They are not interested in procedures. So there is no guarantee, even if we review our system, electoral system, constitution, whatever that it is, there is no guarantee in 2028 it's going to be better. There is no guarantee. So I think, in my opinion, it is a naive perspective to say, well, we look at our electoral procedure and rules and regulations, so it could be better next time. It will not be better as long as these guys are in power. It was this same faulty or so-called faulty electoral rules that brought Chijankaba to power, no? That brought Aneskoma to power. But you see, when someone comes to power that does not interested in the spirit that the law, because there's no law that is perfect. Even the law God gave, no law that is perfect. So the foul or the criminals are looking for those loopholes and take advantage of it, like what Donald Trump was doing in the US. When God gave Moses law, say, thou shalt not commit murder. There is still a weakness in that law until Jesus Christ came. When Jesus Christ came, he was trying to, when Jesus Christ, now, even though they were obeying the law, but they were not obeying the law in the spirit of the law. So what Jesus Christ was doing was trying to bring the spirit of the law. Why Moses said that shall not commit murder. He said, but if you hate, so what he was trying to do, to bring them to the spirit of the law, because if you don't hate someone, you will not get to that point. King. So no law that is perfect until Sierra Leoneans will stand up to say this is wrong. We have to reverse it, not to wait for future. Because wait for future, open doors for other people to do the same thing, or the same people to continue on this. That is exactly what I was trying to say. But sorry for the strong word that I used earlier in this, but this is my perspective of this whole scenario, this whole situation that is going on in our country. And believe me, if we don't stand up to reverse, forget about the EU recommendation. We can do that later on, but we have to reverse this election, that everything that was violated and be corrected again. Otherwise, doomed to Sierra Leone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my brother. And again, this VOS, and to me, well said. Thank you. All right, let me take another call. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say they call me from?
Yes. Hello. This is Dr. Conreco. I call from New Jersey.
Hello, doctor. Thank you so much for what you call. What's your take on the program tonight, sir?
Yeah, good evening. So I just want maybe put some spin into waiting Dr. Jallo to say about the EU final report, okay?
Yes, sir.
So it mentioned two things there, technical and normative. Technical, therefore, deal with institutional, the legal framework around which the election was conducted. Now, the normative thing, they're now waiting, like they can say, nice to have, it's good, this is what is happening in some other places, and this is what should happen in Sierra Leone. But remember,
I can pause you quick. You don't explain. Sure. You don't explain the technical. Explain the political understanding. say
No,
then get political understanding instead of technical understanding. Differentiate
when the
them two then they for people them.
in political understanding has something we get for do with the say normative assertion where EU make. Now that is related to the political understanding of their
No use that big word there. Use a simple
no.
word for explain the political.
Dr. Jallo, I two things that Dr. Jallo talk about technical and normative assertions.
No,
Okay, the technical part now the legal framework within which the election happened. The normative part now waiting can be the call and best practice. Nice to have. It's good. This is the way it is done in some other places. Now, the reason why this guy they the issue with some of the assertion, the 7 or 4 out of the thing that the one the way you read really they are based on the technical part of within Dr. Jallo they try to talk about, particularly what even they analyze about Liberia. Maybe this is what Liberia the election laws and the framework they stipulate. But for Sierra Leone, it wasn't like that. So Colonel broke no law. It worked within the framework we exist at that time. So if we can use this EU report and kind of embed the recommendation into maybe memorandum of understanding where they can get before elections are conducted, or even into a constitution, I think it would be better. But Colonel broke no law, just like APC not go to court, they not broke no law. This guy worked within the framework. In fact, there was a MOU that was signed by all stakeholders before the election. They had all agree on it. The political leaders, they agree on it, they signed. And Cornell worked within those frameworks. If it's not required to prove any data, it's just normative for him to do it, but it's not legal requirement as far as within the election, the constitution requires for. So now then, the Dr. Jallo, you see, they talk about, so it's like maybe your interpretation of her and really what Dr. Jallo did say, it looked different small. And I just be want to make that note of that too. And if you compare with the election really now waiting the constitution provide for now that they show you on that website. And provide for that as of yet.
Yeah, and anyway, you time done. I not believe say I get time wrong. It talk about two different understanding. It talk about the assertion later. It talk about It talk about political understanding and technical understanding. So now that it did look at him. I shared with the chief observer and our team my initial thoughts on the report. In my view, the report is skewed more towards a political understanding of the elections rather than a technical understanding. So how you say I get on wrong?
The technical part where a people get wrong. So they talk about servers, they talk about
not to me they talk about. It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate.
Now the technical framework within which the elections were conducted. Example, Colonel require for full disaggregated data. That's a technical issue because this is a technical framework within which they might work. So if they work within that realm or that bounds of that technical framework, then it not broke no law.
So you read.
They say, oh, there's more full data by polling station, etc., and somebody, electoral commissioner cannot do that. That's not a bit beyond the technical bounds where that election they stipulate at that time.
Again, my brother, let me give other people a chance. But yes, there are some technical violations. I don't prove them now, severally. The statistical inconsistencies, plenty. And they allude to that as well.
No, but the hold up is for full disaggregated data.
But again, wait, my brother, you yourself they mix up the whole thing. You didn't mix up waiting mandatory and best practice. Come and make and clear and impress you list.
Not to me do that. Now, Dr. Jallo.
No, well, I never let you interpret for Dr. Jallo. Not do that. Because you they make like you know what he right. And now you they say no, not to you.
Right.
Now,
That's
doctor.
exactly right. Maybe now you they try for put an your
and anyway, let me take another call. I just don't show you and you you kind of
from yesterday. Now Mawa they follow that Twitter. Any day it says Twitter, they get that right away.
It no matter. It no matter whether you get and tweet to the read so. It's about political understanding. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, thank you.
Sure. Yeah.
VS Network. Can you call out? What's your name and who say they call it from, please?
This now concerned citizen they call from the United States.
Hello,
Mr. Cadbo.
Yes, concerned citizen. Thank you so much for what you call. And waiting are you call and waiting are your own contribution to the call, sir?
Well, sometimes they blame politicians them for most of the problems they will get in Salone. But again, the way them are meeting, say we talk about the dog, don't forget to talk about the bone.
Yes.
It's so heartrending for some of we believe say don't move to the West, like places like the US and Europe, don't learn book, don't deal at the society for long, but yet still, we still not able for learn and import good practice system now we society we come out, especially when it comes to politics. It's so heartrending. And that's now one of the major reasons then why we see what we see so na Salone. Because when you look, the current government in setup, all the people already did. Most of them are people who don't live abroad for a very long time, including the president. Most of them they don't live abroad for a very long time. Waiting difficult or waiting so look like a taboo in a secret society. We for make I don't want to make reference because I know how you can feel when they make reference to fellow callers them.
Yes.
But the last caller was just disingenuous and to some extent, a large extent, insincere with himself and people already listen. Why the first question I go get for him, why ECSL get a website? Why they get a website? It don't make any sense. They just want to get a website no more. It don't make sense. All the recommendations the way EU put now very practical things them when relate to the political events we take place when our elections.
Exactly.
Who say they begin come out now with technical, no technical. But the EU right where other people are not talking. But the EU right where you and other people are reading on social media and callers, the listeners them. Other citizens, they will not talk it. Which is really strange. You know, today when you present the thing about Liberia, it make a feel for becoming Liberian.
It really, to me, a model, a role model.
It's a role model. Yeah. Shame on ECOWAS. Shame on Nigeria.
Yeah.
Shame on Salone.
Yeah.
Shame on Salone. We're not able to do anything in there. We're not able to do anything in there. Tell me, if not this ECSL we do, we for the also we do so today. We for the say the man they argue say in ordinary law. Who that tell I'm saying ordinary law? The last memorandum we didn't sign, the last agreement we didn't sign with the US and other partners and broker, that can be part of the conditions then. So when they do the tally, everybody for the for be transparent. You know you new, you know Europe. You know, America, they talk say how transparent. That's not one of the problems that we didn't get. That's not one of the problems. It's very simple. So the government don't mind we lost 400 and something million. The government don't mind the country they in a standstill. The government don't mind if they increase prices, if they increase tax system. Which are able to get our money because you don't get money. The government don't mind the people and suffer all of that for losing our power. If you don't give them a power, they get to people that become, they argue. The solution to the problem is very simple. The starting point is like almost 90% of the solution. Produce the
Absolutely.
figures them.
Yeah.
Produce the figures them. And let's move on. Thank you so much, sir. I'm very sorry for taking more than.
That's okay.
10 minutes.
Thank you. God bless. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say the call from, please?
Thank you. God bless. Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please. What's your name and who say the call from?
Okay. Mina Ibrahim. I call from Canada.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ibrahim. Go ahead, please. What's your contribution for tonight, sir? Go ahead.
A very interesting topic, like always, and it's good for every getting conversation there. But so make us start from one of the callers that will talk about the laws and the spirits of the law, which is very important because go back to the second to last caller before I come in. I mean, they give an excuse, say, because say Connie follow the laws and break any law and things like that. So now there's this within this caller talk about the spirit of the law. So if you argue, say, because Connie not get any obligation for publish the results, and therefore for publish them, then now we look at the weight of waiting between for Connie for publish the results, waiting at the effect against the country, as opposed to if it be published the results and the waiting at the benefit, right? We know say the fact that publish their results and it don't cause a lot of hardship for people and we the work which we obviously Connie not get up to 400 million for this Salone, they don't hold that money there. So you want to tell me say it better for let you hold that results just because the law not allow for publish them or for publishing, so we will get people and will get the benefit of voting and forget. Even that not even makes sense, totally. And this they come from people that were educated. The only reason that they cannot because they look at things in a perspective, and I'm not really want to accuse them from side where you support. But if you come out of that, you really notice say no, this is not right. There's only a loss more than a gain for let Connie hold our results. And you mentioned something very important in the beginning where you say they were not working work for now employees them. You cannot see that anywhere in any employment situation where your own employee not follow listen to you. They're not insubordination that. And he's taking that advantage against the people of this country. Look at Iyon when he give before he read the results them. In your press statement, this is from Connie, then at the website, right now ECSL. In your press statement, number 3 points, we talk about the results. Bullet number, I think now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bullet number 7 or 8. Second to last bullet. It said details of the results at polling stations will be posted on the ECL website at the ECL website. So this day it's not there. So this is, what's the way he said this will happen and tonight not happening, and people are still making excuses for this. This is really, and the sad part this of the country anyway. There are other points here where I get, but I know I'm not going to get enough time. Thank you for this time again. If I get opportunity for call, I will call and continue the discussion. Thanks again.
Thank you so much, my brother, for the reminder. Again, people can go use a technical argument and say, they put specific date. so it's so funny. But the other thing though, before I go to the next call, the very ECSL put out a press release said they follow international standard and not just talk about the legal framework or this whole thing where they try for say, now according to the constitution, now go back and look at the electoral act where them pass quick one. It clearly not in the interest of the country. And if you can able to challenge in a court and say this is there against the progress of the country. Let's take a call. I will come back to that. If una feel say, because it passed parliament, Mr. Shilon keep the same now. It not necessarily means when something passed through parliament, automatically that thing they not violate anything. No. Look the Obama Act. How many times they don't try for repeal? Because then the Takam say some states they say it contravene the constitution. And but anyways, I will come to that. Let me take a call. VS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say they call me from, please?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Cargo again.
Thank you, my brother. Go ahead, please.
Yes. You know what it happen? We see alone that we're not honest to ourselves. We need to be honest and be truthful and be prayerful and for be nice. This not the whole thing. But I'll give you an example. Then don't help with so much, then even go with leakage, will not still for honor. Me when they talk to you, so I go for interview for Camden America, so they reject me. But American people then do very well and say we reject you because of this reason, this reason, this reason. So what I do, because me not law abiding person, I know say law do the right thing. I just follow exactly what they say. I do wrong, I correct them, I fix them up, then they give me the visa. This then they don't do for win another country day. That 400 million where they put on hold. They don't even tell we say that this is the problem, this is the problem, this is the problem, this is the problem. Waiting so bad we will not for those type of follow exactly waiting the recommendation where we follow get this money. But we the people will not get the politicians will not get legacy. If we're proud of legacy, this is a big legacy for Mother Bill. Because if they go this money also, well, I'll give you an example first. Let's see honest to yourself. The way they say that they go this money also. You see the first lady they go now state out they dance. We can't get water, we can't get road, we can't get school, we can't not to that money there for God's sake. It is specifying say there is now for water and light. You don't begin color that in and out. We can't make this, we can't make this, we can't make this. They don't know so they want finish the money. They want for useless the money when are the wrong thing now one day. For God's sake, the money now for water. If they make that water in last country day, would they call and say Mother Bio water now in legacy? They go Obama or they say Mother Bio light now in legacy now one day. Nothing anybody can on power. You need to think about water again, they think about light again. So we don't forget about that one day. Whether the city will get light for God's sake. Mother Bio, what you know do if you able no more make sure say if fall at this tier. So let me go example to neck. Even self not be passing a law self, start to them passing a parliament or whatever, not to the right thing. But they can amend them and find out, say, let's do the amendment and work this thing out for the better benefit of the country. Now we are the boss. Now we the pick. Now we the work for. If these are the best to say, why not show we with the result who all vote? Not let all under the talk say by police station or whatever this and that. Produce the real law, see the real law, not to bond the society for God's sake. Make law see the result. Let we see this thing. Not to power bush. Not to Betty or whatever they call in society in a salon. It's not clear something. Melo see say na this is the thing. I'm not to say we want for learning to happen. One more let them give this the reality. No, see, this is real. Last year, the opposition then say if the mother be we let them jam. It doesn't like a Solomon. When the two people can say don't pick don't die. It's okay. The pikin don't die. What do they do? The one we get the pikin. The one not get the pikin say the killer. Because not to embona. The one born the pikin. They say no. Before they kill her, let them give the one day for let they alive. Because mother be not to value development, not value anything. And make a forfeit money day, which is wrong, for God's sake. If you see, I make development can I consider. Look at Dr. Elba. I'm going to do something I consider. Can say if I'm going to build some project I consider, I go for member for light, I go for member for road, I go for member for water. Who's telling me development will come? He not go do it. But if water don't settle now, we know say the banana light or not this. So forget something and the way for beneficial for somebody, not to for some scratch or everything at the point where they can develop no more. It's wrong. Do, for God's sake, Mother Bio, if you listen to this program, Mr. Kago in the program, just look for the people in our country today. Just go ahead and do the right thing. First, follow, you don't with the specialists that you say then get, all the doctors don't like pack day. Let follow the way, let them police money so let get lights, let no worry about. Do the doctor what the drink and that. Now we could get beaucoup sick in our country today. Beaucoup sick. Because if you go for Salone, go to Atao, because you go to doctor at that. You understand? Because they get what they doing right now. Let's tell you, the money where they work, what they do them? Because now government feed them. Now government also they use. Now government will resources they use. Inside they go, now government use government internet, government lights, government this. The money they work now. What they do now? Nothing. People in the shop are not going people in that country today. Give the water, give the lights. Give the water, give the lights. Give the water more water and the lights. Make no for this year. Sorry for and also I don't mean to be important, but I don't so thank you, my brother. Let God bless you. They go die one day. God go continue for ask them for what they do at this world. Trust me, they go die one day. They will die. No matter again. You know,
let me
package
still
here again. It must die.
let
Accountability
me
is
still
for day.
let me state in the country first before we think what God go do to them. Thank you very
No,
much.
let them free. Now, fearness and forget at the heart. Thank you, Zach. Again,
Yes. Yeah, God bless me, brother. Thank you. All right, let me take another call. VS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting your name and who say they call with well?
Hello.
Yes. Go ahead, sir. Who say they call
Yeah,
with from?
yes, please. I call from UK, Mina Ahmed, Mr. Kagbo. Thank you very much once again. Yes,
Yes, brother.
it's sad actually for certain people, and then they argue over all of this matter. You see, it's difficult for we if people want to fight corruption, whilst others they back corruption. This is the problem. I don't understand why people can't see the truth picture of all what is happening. You you know, they take prayers, or they take somebody should say for tell you say this is wrong. This wrong mathematically, you don't analyze it. This year in the European Union, in the analysis, of course they say the whole stuff it doesn't match up. So
Yeah. They use the word statistically. Um,
yes, a problem. Yes, improbability, statistically
yeah.
improbability. That's
Yeah.
exactly what they use.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
statistically
statistically.
improbability.
Yeah.
So, yeah, improbable, fine. So you see, it shows that there are some discrepancies. It doesn't match up. So if you look at the vice president.
Or I don't know if we don't miss you, we don't lose you though. Okay, we don't lose you, brother. Call again. So I want for your to honor attention again. My brother is saying doctor and nose doctor, but it's try for say oh na me they get the interpretation wrong. But I will give the benefit of the doubt because to Jule the Jalo we right term, so I don't feel say fair enough for letting come defend within Jule the Jalo right. But me feel say political understanding, you forget political understanding before ever you they go observe a political election. So then they I want to make it very clear. And the technical aspect where it talk, like even the legal framework, all that election act, not so from the parliament, and parliament not a political entity. So if you're not able to understand, was it passed by 2/3 majority? If you're not able to understand all that, how you go able for say make recommendation whether or not now the right approach. So, my brother, I'm able to understand. You need forget a political understanding for let you go able to go observe a political election, and based on best practice, international best practice, you able for profile solution or recommendations. But if you don't get their understanding, then what's one of the technicality? The technicality, you get question mark all over the place. But during me wrap up, I will go through that technical aspect today, as I go show una. Somebody actually bring them to my attention. I will go through ECSL website, and una member na VOS una be also help me for we do some mathematical calculation we not be add up. So now ECSL don't add their numbers, then they quote and unquote, they don't correct them. But guess what? They don't make the Salone people they know. They not put nothing for explain waiting cause the error and how they make the then correct the error. So then just change numbers them no more. So tell me, then they not to issue, then they not to something where you for be alarmed. I go show una the difference between the two, and show una also they instead they stamp in a way for make like say now the documents that way they be don't get since June 27. So you see how deceitful, and to me self that one day in a criminal act. If you watch within the definition of criminal, that criminal act, you change the numbers After we don't discover error in the numbers, you change the numbers, then you not put press release for explain to we if not typo or whatever it is, for see if we go believe in that. And instead of you even go ahead and say, okay, well, now typo, and now when I look the disaggregated result by polling station, if we add them up, it will come to this number. So genuinely not typo. No, then go quietly and adjust the numbers them, and guess what? Now the numbers they tally, and then they want for let we not complain. So now so no more. Who are going to do that in statistics where they're not going to fire you? That's the increase the credibility issue. You change numbers them. No press release, no statement, nothing for inform the public. So you don't change the numbers then and the old numbers them, you don't even put them there. Where people can go reference, okay, now this error will be made. I go show now after we take one or two calls. VOS Network, hello caller. What's your name and who say you they call me from, please?
Hello, Mr. Cargo. My name is Abdullah. I call from New Jersey.
Hello, brother Abdullah. Thank you very much for your call. And what you take on the program tonight, sir?
Okay. I just listened from when something from New Jersey or so. It's very sad. Like when one caller said that the people that we say they're educated people, educated Sierra Leoneans. Now they know they have this situation. They are claiming all of this, or Colin will get right for do this, Colin will get right. I'll give some few examples how they use the same narrative throughout, before, during, and after the election. When Mother Bio say the Go Commission project, he started campaigning. They used that as a deliberate practice for in the future, as we experience now, for say the oppositional campaign, they're not prepared for the election. So they're not prepared at all. The opposition will go every side of the country, Mother Bio crisscross all over the country, even side where they don't like Mother Bio, you know where they go, they see the reactions. But then they want the justification in the future, the whole experience and I'll say, they go all over, campaign pass all man, but APC will go all outside the country. But then same people there, and they ignore video then we show, we even allege, the sitting ministers then, they gather people in the south and talk to them, so let them prevent APC from coming. We see videos so that they intercept the vice president in convoy in the process for go campaign. These same people, then they talk one side of it. This is like a long-term plan. So let we do all this here. They give the impression to the public, say, oh, APC not been prepared for election, APC not campaign. In fact, they say APC not get money. But we now, the reports, even before the reports, we know that state resources in government use as power of incumbency, advantage of incumbency. Use money where they for don't otherwise spend to the people then for campaign, and they use them again in the face of the people, say APC not get money, so they're not prepared for the election. These are the same tactics. But I mean, I can't help but express my satisfaction about Liberia. I'm so proud of them, honestly. It's something very simple. They don't even need to tell you this. The thing is very simple. If the law say do this, but the law say not do that, if that's not a good practice, where you and the international world, they look at something very good, what's the wrong for the execution? People who educate, they continue for argue blatantly and wrongly. They can't call them not break any law. Okay, but let them continue for thinking and dream, see, SLPP will be able to have power for forever. But when that day come with another power again, and therefore most going to break all the laws, where they for do. To start with, now that's not the whole reason for the setting up of the Election Act 2022. What's the difference? If I just worse enough from the one we've been there previously, because the one we did previously shows the better pass waiting by the Bioka adjust, because now bringing up power in the first place. They come and say, let me do 2022 Election Act, then bulldoze them, we beat people in the parliament, beat them, then push them, then way through. This now decision today. It's shameful, it's disgraceful, but somebody make very important points. If President Bill, get not care for ignore for lost 400,000. Wait for the health care, you know, care for any situation for happen, including people in loss of lives. But let's continue for serve as president. Thank you and sorry for good beyond the time.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. God bless. So, fumble them. We don't go slightly out of more over time. But one thing we I want for really show una fumble them as again, my brother say, Kone no broke any law. If you look at the election, I be sure I'm naya, the Elections Act. One thing I go say for certain, they not pass that act in good faith. And somebody will argue at the Supreme Court. It's just unfortunate that with Supreme Court then they are on a different level. Somebody can argue at the Supreme Court say they not pass that act day in good faith. For goodness sake, we they struggle with 1991 Constitution and say that Constitution day and all reflect the true sense of Constitution. Rather, they make them in a way that intentionally for let APC for dinner power for God knows how long. But it's just come about by them that NPRC come and they kick them out. And now with the struggle with the same 1991 Constitution. If you that most of the thing they already struggle with the 1991 Constitution are because they give one particular person so much power at that Constitution, they win at the president. So in the same vein, the same style, give Kone so much power. I be don't read them to now. They put on it deliberately. Say Kone for publish result as it didn't fit. How you will give one person that particular power there? You know, give them say based on this standard, that standard day. But equally so, it claims say it do all this, it follow international best practice. Now me brother they say no break any law. Okay, I go tell you clearly. One law where I know certainly say it broke. Now that 11 point something percent where it use as a threshold for let people and go to parliament. And now one of the statistical inconsistencies that anybody with no small math go tell you say it make it clear say you forget 11 point something forget a seat in a parliament. But yet, that 11 point something day, you're gonna get 12 seats. So tell me, times 11 point something, times 12, if then they not go past 100. So then they now, why? I tell you, my brother. And if they not the act, not all that formula they did not the act, the formula within the act, come in or use them. Now one violation, that one day, I tell you, my brother, go there. Go to the Elections Act. We don't show on our VOS. And also, it show the processes in terms of that tabulation. And not follow them processes then you say, broke any law, Anyway, I really want, I know say we still get callers there on the line. Let I quickly show una, then two set of numbers here. Let we go now the website. Me fumble them. The ECSL website very quickly. Let us show us something. So the ECSL website we last show una fumble them. So this is now the ECSL website. Now this information, let's go back to the home page because some people and they even when you do them right before them in their face, they will still question. Oh my God, Salone people, it's sad. It's really sad. This political thing way So now this side I want for show una la highlight my brothers and sisters them. Okay, so una they see the cursor. So this side una see it say October 3, 2023. So meaning at that time they update this one. The one where I be shown before now be August 29 they update them. So this one where they update October 3rd. If we click on them, on a scenario, if we click on them, so this now the la increase the size now ya for like una go able for see and clearly. So this now the breakdown of the presidential election result by districts. So will be fan issue with Cambia, Carine, and Potloko. So the one will then be published inside August. This number here now be 4,580 or 58. 4058, something like that. So now they don't make 40,000. So now be 4,000 and change. They don't make 40,000. This new one we then do. We now it add up to the total. But let us show una the previous one where they be sort of put out. The summary where they be put out previously, where sort of highlight me fumble them. So this now the APC one, but let us show now before I come to that. Let us show now the SLPP that are carrying a one way they be sort of adjust. So una see. So what you then do? Then publish this one inside August. But look the time, the date. Then date time 27th June. But yet now August then publish more. So look waiting then be published 4,058 under Cambia for SLPP. So now this one they don't correct them because viewers don't put them out and say the mistake and wait for disqualify the president. They don't put no press release, nothing. So then just go and change them. And when they change them, now this then give me 40,580. So if not typo, then place here best practice and non-fraudulent way. They're not supposed for them put press release out. But from the term from August, where they be published the wrong one. Now October we dey pass so. As of October 3rd, then do the correction. So look the kind period. So meaning that they don't manipulate this whole thing. So the question now is, how are we gonna know if indeed not genuine typo or not just simple manipulation of the result? So my brother, when they say Kone not break any law and stuff, tell me with this kind thing, how you going to forget credibility? How then kind manipulation, that kind act here. So you pull number way wrong, and for over a month, for 6 weeks, probably more, because from August now October, so close to 2 months, it did it. Then possibly because of I guess say some time where Samoa Kamara begin call President Bill now as illegitimate government and president, and when a VOS here we don't say based on that number, their numbers and the way they publish, President Bill now get 55%. So then twist around secretively, where then they to mean a crime, where you look the definition of crime, then go tamper. Do not pull any press release and say, okay, well, wait till we publish. Now we publish them in error or whatever. So this not the correct number. And for convince Sierra Leoneans then say now the correct number they actually don't publish now, we need forget the by polling station. Let we calculate them. And look Liberia. And again, Liberians, I want to say kudos. I just the hope no more. The other thing where I want for bring to an attention before I wrap up, I go say sadly enough. The reason make I say sadly enough, now because of this thing where I see now the ECSL tweet. ECSL then tweet, and according to them tweet me fumble them, I will say a very troubling. Okay, then tweet this. They say today, and apparently Kone, now vice president for the committee, the ECO neck, they presume say na ECOWAS neck. So then get a joint meeting. But let us shock una something. Let you see how much Kone not trustworthy or ECSL. So they don't put this, and then you see what in them put right now the bottom. The person will go reply to this tweet. Now only somebody will get account with ECSL. And this, now this person, or now this we will say a public institution, where people are not able to respond to them tweet, ask questions. You block people them, and then we say this. So I dey hope, I really dey hope, let Kone no go rub oil per the current process where they go well na Liberia. Because when I remember, Nigeria do that. They will publish the other results them, and when they no say, oh well, it look like say the presidential election now go go according to the person where they want, then twist and say, oh, technical issue, oh, cyber, the server problem. Then count now manually and then come up with result. And result will not add up at all. So I hope and pray that Liberia continue this process, make them transparent for even non-Liberians them, where investor look at this process. I sure say, you don't get any doubt in terms of the credibility. If they continue this way, and then we see clearly after they don't do 100% of the counting, we know who that win, and we know very well say, according to Liberia Constitution, for let you win a first term with no runoff, first round with no runoff, you forget 50 plus 1%. So 50.1% at least. For let you win with no runoff. So me and you two, we don't need the neck for come and say who that win if they continue for do this. So with this kind of method, it go hard for let somebody manipulate. And it give people them peace of mind. It give Liberia credibility where investor will look at this. Me and you too, if Liberian want complain and stuff, it go hard for let we convince. Say the Salone process not transparent or a questionable. And then look, me brother, they talk about, and again, you get some journalists them back who they say, within the confine of Salone law. Who stand and pass that act there? 2022. So it very clear say the intent of that act there, not in the interest of the country at all. Now take one more call, and I go conclude with the lawsuit where lawyer Maya don't bring to the Supreme Court, and then they go test the Supreme Court their independence. For like ECSL, just imagine we need for go court for like ECSL put waiting Liberia the display so for non-Liberians they even foresee. We get for go court. and then una dey tell we say the process credible and stuff. It then at the act say enough for do am, enough for publish the by polling station. Let's take one last call and then I go wrap up. I sorry I missed this call. While we wait for the last call, let I point to una before I wrap up. This let's show the tweet force. Lawyer Augustine Sori Sengbe Maya. They say, I've filed an action in the Supreme Court against the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone for their refusal to grant me access to the unaggregated data result, otherwise known as the result reconciliation forms for the 11,712 polling stations, which formed the basis for the result announcement by ECSL in the last general elections. I have asked the court to hold that ECSL's denial of my request was unlawful, unjustified in law, and a violation of my right to freedom of expression, particularly my right to receive information as guaranteed by Section 25 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone and Section 2 of the Right to Access Information Act 2013. So, my brother, you get your answer. You say ECSL not violate any law. Now, a lawyer don't tell you the law where ECSL violate, where he ask for the disaggregated data by polling station, ECSL refuse for provider. Let me take two last calls them, and then I will come and just show now within the news station, the newspaper, then they say. VS Network, WhatsApp, go ahead. Waiting your name and who say they call me from, please.
Yeah, me na Daniel, and they call from Freetown.
Hello, Brother Daniel. Thank you very much. And go ahead with your comments, please. What you take for the program?
Mr. Kabo, thank you very much for your consistency in exposing the scam, in exposing the deception we don't take place in our country. Because this don't show see you focus on the issues. And the most paramount issue now in this country is about the level of country they generate as a result of this fraudulent election conducted by the SLPP and CONE. Fine for all the shed light on them. Every day, this should be the burning issue of every Sierra Leonean. Because if we move forward as a nation, this election, it gets a lot for play. Now, everybody politic. You know, the reason why these people are so desperate with these results, I doubt if them go ever release them. But we go find solution to make sure, say, we country, the achievement they would make at the democratic space criminals and scammers them, where they do everything for make sure so then deprive the country of much needed funds for able to drive the economy forward. 450 million where the
Th-
Americans are for giving. You the
thank,
challenge them.
thank
Yeah.
you very much,
So
brother.
they're not forget that. We don't need them. We don't have America. We go plant cocoa before that we eat them. We're not going to farm, we're not going to bush. Let
Okay.
them go plant and we'll wait for them along. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Wow. So this is another perspective. I not be ever hear about that. Say if a rerun, we may not know how the rerun go happen in the first place, and then you say SLPP not for be part of the rerun. My brother, I don't know waiting. Again, this is new to me. But by the way, though, that's not the last call. The one that we are not able to pick the call. I do apologize. I be say I go through all the points them, so we don't do two. So let me just go back and I go sort of go through the the rest of the priority recommendations them and let give me own 2 cents as to why I think say political understanding and technical understanding not just kind of what we call word sniffing. But anyways, so you look at number 3. So the thing with the recommendation number 3 say publish on the ECSL website comprehensive election results data by polling station, including results per candidate and per party, the number of registered voters and of valid and invalid votes in a timely manner and in an easily trackable and downloadable database format. So this one, another book explanation. We don't show now exactly say this not to America thing. It happen in Liberia right now as we they speak. So it doable. Liberia don't show we say it doable. Then give breakdown. And by the way, I'm not sure now even the Senate. If you click on, because they get presidential election, then get Senate election, and then get the parliament, the legislature. You click on the Senate, you still they see alive, not just the parliament and the presidential. So Liberia, my goodness, kudos to me, brothers and sisters. Then Liberia, and we're proud of them, and the entire Africa for proud of them. In my opinion, now the best results tabulation this I don't see so far were a commensurable to what they see in America, Canada, and other developed countries. Then, so let me go to number 4. So number 4, I don't know if now one of this because it talks say 4 out of the 7. So now let me go to number 4. Number 4 say secure safety and security for all candidates through a timely conclusion of investigations, holding perpetrators of violence accountable, and enabling the PPRC to act effectively upon violations of campaign rules. But me family, how this get negative political understanding? So when they talk about fairness of election, not of make them a level playing field. So the time where the person, I believe where the person want for go concentrate by campaign. So now that time they bring lawsuit where una wait all along from 1 year or more. So then they not to unfairness, then they not go create tension at the country. And then people are trying for tell we say that's wrong. And then you say, oh, now political understanding, then get instead of technical understanding. Seriously? So this nothing we're not necessary for let we secure we politicians there and not necessary at all. Me brother or Mr. Julde. So this now the number 4. And 100% I agree say it is in place. But because of state captured institutions them where the party or the government of the day, their institutions here, now that government they support from APC to SLPP. So no party no day where I go say exempt from this claim. They're all guilty of it. So now make us say, when una they watch today's show, when we they come for do today's show, let we put Salone force. Because APC guilty of this, SLPP guilty of this. In the BLB complaint, where Matilda be play last, I think it was last Saturday, where he play a clip where Bill say, be friends with an Escoma because of an Escoma make them bossy it and an Escoma's one kill him or something like that. So you know very well said that wrong. And the same observers them, they say the same thing. And the international community protect Mother Bill. They even condemn an Escoma for where he put police them for hours Mother candidate bill at that time. So if Mother Bill benefit from that in 2018, why other people are not for benefit from it in 2023? Why 2023 for be different? Because Mother Bill don't come to power? Me brothers them. And Vice President Jallo. So you say this na political understanding and a wrong for assess the political landscape this way? And say conducive for candidates them, they not feel secured. So the time where SLPP go come on a power, and then other party they in power. So SLPP possibly we get for run at that time, and not deserve for be protected. Now that you they tell me, Mr. Vice President. Hey, boy. So let me go to number 5. So what did number 5 say? Number 5 say, ensure enforcement of legal restrictions on the misuse of state resources and explicitly prohibit the use of official functions as well as government websites and social media accounts for campaign purposes. And this self now part of best practice. And I remember where I be sure una people will be they accuse me or we can accuse me say me na SLPP, me na APC. I be go after an Escoma for that. The bosses them way na government bosses. They use that for campaign. That was wrong then, and it wrong now. So part of that also. And that way then say, APC no get money, SLPP get money. Who side the money they come out? Now state money, like how one we call us say. Now the country money. So instead of you use the money where you get from aid and other resources and even loans, when the country get for payback, you use the money then they for furnish for finance on a campaign. That means something we're good. You want tell me say na misunderstanding or not supposed for be part of the recommendation, Mr. Vice President? Not to election matter that one day? Then you say, then get political understanding rather than technical understanding. So that they not supposed for be part of the recommendation? For America get them, Canada get them, Boku countries in Europe get them. Campaign financing law. Canada, for example, now the country, the state, now they allocate resources for campaign to campaign candidates them. To candidates them for campaign. And we get a strict law where say if you even whether now somebody else donates to your campaign, if you spend past certain amount, that violation of campaign law. So then they're not supposed to be good recommendation. Then they not go prevent people them like money. The people that will get money for buy political favor and not go prevent that. Then they're not supposed to be good recommendation for like we strengthen with democracy. Oh, Mr. Jallo. So that's not the number 5. Number 6. What did number 6 say? Ensure transparency in campaign financing by introducing caps, just what I just explained, for campaign revenues and expenses, and clear rules of reporting and public disclosure before, during, and after after the elections, including by the media and by implementing robust sanctions for non-compliance. So me fumble them, just as I explained. We want for enjoy democracy. The laws them way for make we enjoy sound democratic principles. Now with vice presidents, they say that political understanding and not supposed to forget anything for do with election. Ebo, what's in the outcome of election where we they look for? Not for strengthening with democracy. So if they suggest laws them way for strengthening with democracy, so now this they observe. They observe, say, one particular party financially dominate all the other political party, thereby, and using the state resources, thereby putting advantage, giving advantage over that particular political party they compared to the rest of the pack. So that's not a wrong thing. That's not supposed to be part of this recommendation. For let people do not spend more than other candidates them, particularly using state resources. With state resources, now SLPP for go for. Tell me, Mr. Doctor, I forget the name, or Mr. Jule there, the person I call. Tell me if this not supposed to be part of the recommendations. And then let me read the last recommendation. Protect freedom of expression by clearly aligning the definition of cyber terrorism, cyber stalking, cyber bullying, and incendiary information with relevant regional and international standards. We all know say that cyber crime bill now for shut people them off. Now for silent people them. We all know that. And it come clear. And then you want to tell me say you're not supposed to be part of it? And then Usai now you say now free, fair, and credible election. So waiting at the interpretation of free election. My brother, tell me, waiting at the interpretation of having a free election. The fairness now don't talk so about the financing, where it's completely unfair to the opposition. That's the government, they use state resources, state website, state house, use them for campaign, call party functions, now state house, all the one day. He reminds me so much of Donald Trump, and I make the go after him because he misuse the resources of the state. So I just don't read the 7 fauna. Una tell me fumble them, including me SLPP brothers and sisters. But there's 7 priority recommendations here. Which one not supposed for Dede? Which one where you take out? Or which one in presence go cause issue for democracy in a Salone, go derail democratic practice in a Salone? If any of them 7 year way they recommend, if any of them will cause with democracy for go BN instead of for go before. So again, I want to tell una boku thank you for way una patient enough and listen to this program. I want the thing way I always can say, not a way to you say. Action, then say, speaks louder than words. I they say them time and time again. All them tier. Then the tier where Boku supporters them or sympathizers them of the current administration and even previously of APC. Where did they say, oh, he act according to the law, according to this, according to that. Una ask yourself. The so-called law where them pass that act, wanna look how them pass the act. Where the ECOWAS Parliament criticized the act, but not listen. And now look how it don't derail with democracy. With the past 5 elections them, we be see things them be they go before. This election now, from June, we there in October, we still they cry for the result. And it takes somebody now cut the person on go so. So this now test now on the Supreme Court. Because according to this lawyer, it make it very clear, saying a violation of the Constitution according to him. And he cite the part of the Constitution where ECSL violate. Section 25 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone and Section 2 of the Right to Access Information Act 2013. Somebody one time be say, oh well, 2013 Act, because of the Electoral Act then passed in 2022, so if we proceed, if we get more weight, me people them. You see how them politicians here, they cloud on a judgment? As long as they don't repeal any act, it's equally important. The only time where in fact you go condemn an act or challenge them if it violates the Constitution. And if Kone use the act, say the act of the Public Elections Act of 2022, give them right not for publish or not for present the information where somebody ask them, then it don't violate an act. And according to this lawyer, it say even Section 25 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone. Because of time, and I will go through the Constitution for Pulam, then we read them. Probably the next program, I go look into that Section 25 of the Constitution. Let us show now, so we all go read them together and understand who's part of Kone or the ECSL violate. If we want let Salone go before, like how I believe so now, all agree the great work way the neck na Liberia do, and not to say now today something or now the time way they vote. Then no, this website, the way how the website so easy for use, and you know get no broken link. It show me say that thing where they be done put together before even the election. So now then just they input the numbers them. Look how beautiful it be. My brothers and sisters, let's show now one more time. This Liberia, before I wrap up, let's show now one more time Liberia the websites, the election website. Let una see for una self how awesome it be. And I go sort of show una the different tab them. Let una self see. And we now, somebody, get for take fet between the parties them. Get for take fet. Say, oh, una go to court. Get for take all that. So now, the presidential, you click on presidential. All right, my computer is slow now, yeah. But you click on if una go and click on because of time. If una click on the Senate, click on this. I'll be try that and all the within. For refresh them. Okay. So if you click on this, is not the presidential, and if you click on up here, as soon as you see the cursor, you click on Senate, and 2023 Senate. You go down and see the same percentage where they don't count, and when I look, the candidates there, the senators there. And the same thing, if you go by county, when I see how beautiful it be, I just kind of put the mouse over it. If you go to this other county, it will change automatically. How beautiful. Automatically. You decide that we get result, it will show you the same percentage. When they don't count for the president, now the same percentage then count for the Senate. So you dey see the breakdown. So tell me how you go question this kind of result. How? This not a way for minimize tension at a country, for unite a country, for increase the credibility of the winner. When you were lost, you go to your supporters, them say, oh, then kind of rogue me and stuff. It go hard for like convince them. Because they see them as they tally the result. And let me try the House of Representatives. That's not Senator show now. House of Representatives, as soon as they see, you click on them, bang, same thing. So you go by this, then go show you. See, then they change. See, isn't this beautiful? And it even gets the magistrate's declaration. So no data not available. But it clickable. Look how easy it be for click. Salone now, we get for cost we save. We get for swear. We get for make palaver. Why? We not deserve 21st century technology. We not deserve civilization. We not deserve for use within America that they use. Let me remind you now, again, somebody right say, oh, then people are then get hidden agenda and stuff. Oh my goodness. People them try for bring to we policies them where then they enjoy. Then they push back because we like darkness. And then after when we done, we blame them back. Say, oh, now they don't make Africa they progress. Why not begin with them little things here? Somebody say little steps. Why not begin with them? If we don't really try for the do all them here, make sure say we change, we leaders them accordingly, reflecting people them votes. Guess what? Now progress. Because most of the backwardness of Africa, it come off from elections. You look at what happened, all the Zimbabwe. Look at Gabon. They just done election. Look, Zimbabwe. For some reason, Italics say, then they copy from Salone the negative things them. Very recently, then call military, then call security people and for their parliamentarians then at parliament. So Salone, that be good for export corruption. Zimbabwe then take that same style where they go call whatever result. They don't care whether the international community do this or do that. We embolden them. They're emboldened by Salone corrupt practice. So now that kind of thing that we want, and waiting down they lead we to. It lead Salone for be among the 10 poorest countries. So now some of the consequences them of waiting we they encourage so. So dear, as Sierra Leonean, my last word to una all APC SLPP supporters. Let we think about the country. How una go feel if SLPP come out there, APC can they then begin reference wetin Kone do. They self do probably worse. Salone go before. Not to me, you with great grandpikin and go suffer. We want for like within a them place here. No matter what, I get dual citizenship, but I'm still proud for Seminar Sierra Leone. So let we reach to that point where then go, instead of them they begin think we of blood diamond. Now let them kind of they look with that eye. Say that country where, my goodness, they can call president at any, like, it no matter the election, who that vote or how they vote. The ECSL can connive with the president and then call a result. And according to the so-called Electoral Act, say ECSL can call a result anyhow in deem fit. One particular person deem fit the head of the commission. Seriously? They not even say after, like, the council of parties or the party, then call whatever way they go call the party. After they all don't agree on the tallying process, then ECSL will call the result. And in fact, it then at the act say you for tally by polling station and then go to district level and tally and then ratify them and then go to regional level, tally and ratify them and then Corner now read the national. Then tally and certify them and then he read the national. That be happen? Absolutely not. And even some centers then be they complain, say, Usai ECSL pull the number for we when we still the account. We hear you that. And then you talk, say, violate any law. That's happening. And again, I'm so disappointed that instead of we take this recommendation in good faith and say, okay, well, we go try for implement them here, then we they sort of we not even deserve merit. They use fancy word, political understanding instead of technical understanding. My goodness. And then you want to make like say me no sabi that English there. You they talk about normative and all that. Hey, my brother, not insult people's intelligence because not only intelligence. Not insult people's intelligence. Are big, yeah? And one last thing I go left to now, my brothers and sisters. Now President Bill don't appoint Julde Jalong for head the so-called investigation. And Julde Jalong, imagine in thought processing. I go give President Bill kudos where he say, okay, well, this report go be the starting point. I paraphrase from in tweet. It go be the starting point for electoral reform in the country. It will be better let Julde quiet. Especially where President Bill so-called appoint him for head the investigative team for look into electoral reforms. But this tweet where he pull out, it show clearly almost the conclusion of that so-called investigation day. It don't show clearly in thought processing. It don't get open mind at all. It get tinted mind. So to them, there's a difference between political understanding on political elections versus technical understanding. Seriously? A political election? You say not forget don't for use political understanding for assess the election? That's a shame. I want to tap here me fambulem and I want to tell you boku tenki. Again, unfortunately, the people away then at the line are not going to take the call again. Sorry for that, but I go end them here. I want to tell you boku tenki for where una patient enough, listen to me, and where we dialogue. Because again, na me other network, I can always say, change. It begin with understanding. You get for understand first the issues. What do you want change? Understand the change first. And then understanding, what do it begin with? Conversation, the dialogue. So until then, when I take care of yourself, let God bless you now with your family. Let God bless VOS and the presenters, they all, because we all they volunteer, and also not they bash we and they kind of deprive with family time, but we all they volunteer. So I want to say kudos to every VOS participants, the one they were there behind the scene, the one in a salon where they make sure say they serve the community and the country. I want to say thank you to all. Let God bless you. And I can always say this, dear, let we pray, let God bless we politicians them. Because if we swear them, they not do right. Guess what? President Momo, Johnny Paul Koroma, well, Stias are still there alive. Shaka Steven, Albert Magai, me lovely Milton Magai, where to me, that the president that or the leader that they were most respect na Salone. From waiting I read, Sam Milton Magai. All the other one them, I don't respect them at all. They don't get the country at heart. But even though them, to me, them terrible, but when I imagine Shaka don't come, it also messed the country that. Look how many years ago, we need railway. We need for transport things them from upline for Brinkham Freetown. Where if we get that railway there, it will go very fast. It don't die. We still they get the aftermath. The consequence still then a Salone. So when I see why we don't need for swear them, then go die go. But guess what? The impact where they left, it go capture generation upon generation of that country there. And we don't want that. To me, I want in my lifetime let Salone be among the likes of Liberia for see big change like this. And like we see Salone like other African countries them in terms of financial discipline, in terms of effective governance. I really want to see Salone like that in my lifetime, not just for picking them and grand picking them and the picking them yet unborn. My lifetime. So again, it left to me and you too for team up Triangle one and say no, enough is enough. Not a violent, but this kind of way what they like I say. Change begins with understanding. For understand what's in the issue in the first place. And understanding begins with conversation. And at that conversation, they become you understand the issues, and plenty of I believe they understand the issues of Salone. So we need now for engage in terms of communication. And with communication, we go able for understand for push Salone go before. So dear, let God bless the politicians them, and let God direct them on the right path. Let God change them. Above all, the country where me and you too call Mama Salone. No other country, no day where me cherish past Salone. I love Canada. I love Salone more. Now, my motherland, no place like Salone. No matter how poor. Now, he make beaucoup people and they say, oh, they take risk. I don't mind for die for Salone. I don't mind at all. But if you can't for kill me, I believe say the Lord will bet you. Until next Thursday, Mina Abdul Karim Kagbo, they say, Una tata, let God bless the land that we love. Mama Salone. On a good night. Love on all. God bless.